Hello, and welcome back to Getting to Know You, an Owners Club exclusive podcast. Today, our featured guest is Kristina Mullings. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button, give us a like real quick. At the end, you can give her all the edifying comments that you want. Kristina, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much for having
We're happy to have you. We'd
me.
love to know, who are you?
I am a real estate investor, networking host events, and also just kind of like have my hands in a little bit of everything within real estate. But I actually started my journey 5 years ago. The best time to start for me at least, which was during the pandemic. So once I kind of got started, I kind of dibbled on trying the BAM method, doing long-term rentals, started doing out of state investing, and I kind of just did a lot of trial and error and really just learned from experience and kind of just, started my portfolio and journey from there.
That's awesome. So, when you got to Squat Up this year, what was your inspiration for Owners Club?
My goodness. So it was actually funny because I have been in sub two for maybe a year and a half now. And my fiance, he is not in sub two. He doesn't like groups. He's also an investor, but he's not your bubbly person that's going to ever be involved in any type of group. So, throughout Startup Summit, we're just sitting there, we're listening, and he's like, wow, like, I really love this. And I'm like, yeah, like, this is the feeling that I've been telling you about. This is kind of, the community sense. And towards the end of Startup Summit, we're just kind of like talking. This is when everyone was in breakout groups at the tables. And I was like, I really want to join Owners Club. I really want to join. And he's like, oh my God, are you serious? Are you going to do this right now? And I bumped into someone, I think her name is Adia, and she actually signed me up for sub two at BPCon a year and a half ago. So I bumped into her. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad to see you. They were actually cleaning up, trying to, end the show. They were like pretty much like done. And I was like, I really want to join on this club. And she's like, you need to join. If you're the perfect, it'll be so great for you. You need to join. And I was like, I'm going to do it. It's not a coincidence that I bumped into you at the last minute. And she signed me up as we were packing up. I think I was the last person to join. And then while we're doing it, my fiance's like, you know what? Sign me up too. so that's how we kind of both got in.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
he just dove right in, even though he's more of that like quiet personality, not really
Mm-hmm.
thinking that he would want to do that. He surprised you.
Yes, he definitely did. Yeah.
What are you guys working on today? What is your business model?
So right now we're working on continuing to build our rental portfolio. We really focus on having long-term rentals in Pennsylvania and Georgia. So we're kind of continuing to steadily grow that. But our active income is really just doing more fix and flips, innovations. So between those two states, as well as New York, we do fix and flip in New York. We're just kind of continuing to build that up. However, outside of real estate, which is kind of intertwined, we're starting a company called the Network Lounge, which is essentially co-working space, private office suites, content studios, and event space for businesses. So we're actually starting that and hoping to launch within the next couple of months. So it's not quite real estate, but we are going to have equity in the building. So it's a little twist between real estate and business. So we're excited to be working on that project along with our, flips and rentals.
I think
Mm-hmm.
that's very valuable for a lot of
Mm-hmm.
communities that don't really have that type of event space. What states are you
Mm-hmm.
going to be opening those types of businesses?
So we're starting the first one in New Jersey. It's going to be in Hackensack, New Jersey. So we're going to be doing that in the first one and then hoping to help other people implement it in their markets in the future.
That's hilarious. My
Yeah.
husband was
Mm-hmm.
born and raised in New Jersey,
Ah,
and he
cool.
always says it always comes back to New Jersey. Like anywhere anyone is doing anything, it's always New Jersey, right? Yeah, that's
That
hilarious.
is,
So,
yeah, that is
when
great.
do you
Mhm.
when do you anticipate your first one opening?
So we are anticipating hopefully by November. We're in the early stages right now where we're waiting for permits to actually start construction. So once we start building out the suites, building out the content studio, getting furniture involved, and I have lovely Birdie helping me also on the design piece. Once we kind of get everything going, we're hoping to be fully established by November, latest December. Yeah.
Excellent. And how many people
hmm
will it hold? What's the max occupancy?
So the max occupancy for the actual event space side will be 100 people. For your co-working space, we're looking at no more than 30 to 40 people on a daily because you don't want it to get too congested in there. But we do have 7 private office suites for like longer term businesses. And then we have a smaller conference room that can hold about 20 to 30 people. And then your council will have 3 content studios so people can be doing 3 different podcasts at one time. So, yeah.
That sounds really
hmm
cool.
Thank you.
Maybe you'll consider Nashville at some point. We could use something like that here in Nashville.
Yeah, that sounds cool. And I've never been to Nashville, so it's a good excuse to go.
There you go. How can someone bring value to you?
So, I love connecting with people in general. Hence the reason why I do a lot of networking events. So, I just love connecting with people, figuring out, one, what value I can bring to them, but also what value they can bring to our business as well. I just love an equal exchange. It's not just to kind of learn about people and, build like real relationships. But one of the biggest things I would say for right now, my business is access to more private capital, especially as we're raising money for a business concept like this, and then our future projects. The larger that we get, the more access to private capital we'll need. So that's one of the ways I would say would be the best to work with someone.
Do you have any partners outside of your boyfriend?
We do not. We have 2 private money lenders. I guess you would say they're partners on 2 of our shorter fix and flips. So we do work with people directly. One is like a $60,000 private money loan, and we're giving them 18% within 6 months. So we do work with people indirectly on that level, which is pretty nice.
If
Yeah.
someone is a capital raiser and they want to partner
hmm
with you, is that something you would entertain?
Yeah, absolutely. We love capital raisers, especially because, I try to focus on my business piece and I'd rather work with people who are actively and professionally in the capital raising space.
Excellent. Very good.
Yeah.
How do you like to be contacted?
I am on all platforms. So I'm not a TikTok girly then, actually, but I am on Instagram actively, LinkedIn, Facebook. So any one of those platforms, I'm pretty responsive, as well as my phone number, just texting me as well.
Christina, will you be in
hmm
Monterey in a few days?
I will. I'm excited.
Hopefully before Squad Up so that everyone can
Yay.
get a little experience of you, and feel free to share it on your
Yeah.
socials. And
Yes,
to everyone
absolutely.
watching, again, hit subscribe, give
hmm
Christina some edifying comments. Tell us what you think about
Yeah.
the and space that she's creating. Thank
Yes.
you. Have a good
Yes.
day.
Thank you.